Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vinko, and you are listening to the LOOD podcast, a place where we explore the concept of success with people from all kinds of lifestyles. Learn about the ideas and actions that lead them on their authentic path. This was my very first interview that goes back in 2018. I procrastinated with the idea of starting a podcast for quite a lot of time, and here it is. The episodes are coming in. It's interesting to hear yourself talk and see in what kind of a state you were a few years ago. In this episode, I interviewed Rene Rannamagi, a young entrepreneur from Tallin, Estonia, a fellow explorer and lover of self-improvement and all-around great positive guy. We talked about entrepreneurship, self-improvement, and the importance of learning by doing. This was a first one. It was messy, so forgive my younger self. I hope you can enjoy and learn something valuable. Thank you.
So can you maybe introduce yourself a little bit? Where are you from? What are you doing for a living? What is your background story and things like that?
Yeah, like first of all, thank you, Winko, for inviting me over. And I'm really glad that you're actually starting out and starting to get somewhere and making first steps with a podcast. So, and I'm really grateful to be one of the first people with you. And
Yeah, you're the first one. Yeah.
So really like to see where you go with that, and definitely I believe that if you make numbers, you will start to crush it with this, and it will become valuable for so many people. And yeah, definitely I also love your mindset, and as we connected really fast on Instagram.
Yeah, we did.
So thank you for everything, and inviting me over. But yeah, where would you like? I mean, to start with a story, or
Uh,
short intro, first? Or
can you tell me your background? So where were you born? Where were you raised? Your parents, your school, and things like that. So I really want to know, where did you come from, and why did you become someone like you are right now? And so
Okay.
the story behind it, the history, the beginning. I think it's really important, because I think that we are conditioned from a very young age, from our parents, from the school system, from the media, from our surroundings, so the city, your near environment, and things like that. So I just want to know a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't believe that the process actually makes a person who they are today. And yes, of course, the life is like a game or a movie, and it's a long movie. So far, 20 years old, and it has been quite a journey already. And I don't believe there's 70 more years to do things. But yeah, anyways, I would say usually when I start to tell my story, I start with a 6 to 8 years old, when I actually we had really hard times in our family, especially when our my dad actually died.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, of course, he actually made a suicide because he messed up pretty big for the family, and that was actually the point where we actually I was kid and I did not have a bucket money, and and there were so many people in the school told me yeah, you're a poor person and blah 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 and etc. And eventually I decided fuck it, I'm going to earn my own money from early age already. So I actually started selling newspapers,
Oh.
3 years in a row. And the best part with that is that on the third year, which was also my last year selling the newspapers, one business person came to me and they said Rene, I would like to purchase all the newspapers from you.
Okay.
And if you throw all of them away, So I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I can do that. I can send all of them to you like at once. So I was like a really small person, and and I had like a huge pile of like newspapers in my hand and in my bag. So I was like, fuck, I'm going to throw all of them away if you just give me the money. Sure, like I can do that. And then it just gave me the money, and I gave one newspaper to him. And since I was like really pumped up, so then of course I didn't throw away like all the newspapers, because I just wanted to sell more on that day. And yeah, I think that was also like my last day, and not that I won 1 million, but still.
So this was happening around 6 to 9 years old.
I think it was like somewhere like when I was like 8 years old or something like that.
8 years old, yeah.
Or maybe 9 already, yeah, something like that. I remember exactly.
I'm really sorry to hear that story about your father. It's really tough luck, yeah. But yeah, you cannot do anything about it right now, yeah. So.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, actually, I learned something from Dad. Like, since he messed up like quite big in the family, what he did. I'm not going to mention like what he did, but let's say he messed up quite big, and he gave up, and that's what I actually learned also from.
He gave up, yeah.
Like, giving up is not an option. Like,
yeah.
So don't give up on your big picture, like, or your vision.
So then you grew up with your mother?
Yeah, we also had like 4 brothers, and yes, like but luckily I was like the youngest one, so or luckily I don't know, sounds lucky.
You win a lottery to be the youngest one, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. But anyways, and also like that period, I actually played like football also at the same age, but of course I didn't have like enough money to support like the sports. Then I quit actually on that, and then years kind of like passed by, and I didn't know actually what to do in life. And now I was like 18 years old, something like that, and then I saw like all my brothers are like working in construction business, like in construction. So I don't like it's quite safe to learn the construction finishing work or whatever, in that space. And I worked like a few years there, and then I realized, that's not something for me. I even tried out like Norway. I went to Norway and earned some decent money there, like monthly, and and then I thought like, okay, maybe if I'm earning a little bit more money, then I start to like the construction finishing work, or like different things. And still I didn't like. And then I came back to like Estonia, Tallin, and I'm actually living in Tallin right now. And I was born from Pärnu, from Estonia, like a small city, like the city, the summer capital, the capital, the summer capital city of Estonia, something like that. And of course, like I came back to Tallinn, and then I was like, what I'm supposed to do, and then I actually read the book Rich Dad and Poor Dad.
I read it. I know everything about this book.
Yeah, so of course, like I tried like different things from there, because I was always like so curious and trying different things in life. And and one thing that really like stick with me was like, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you gotta know how to make sales.
Yep.
And that's the point where I decided. From that point of, I decided to go to do like different sales positions, and also at the same time, I was trying to do my own ventures, like different business ventures. And like during the past 4 years, I've been trying like 3 different startup ideas, like run like a year or something like that. All kinds of business ventures, like. And tried all kinds of like different sales positions, like what you can name it. So
what I wanna say right now, I just really want to congratulate your mother, because she was all alone raising 5 boys, if I got it right. So 5 boys, is it?
Yeah, totally.
All alone and 5 boys. I mean, that's not an easy job for a woman to do. So thumbs up and really, really, really congrats to your mother. So you said that right now you are 20 years old, if I understood it correctly.
29, yeah.
29.
Yeah.
29. Okay, so your mother raised 5 of you, and you've been going to elementary school and then high school, I suppose, and things like that. So you were working as a young man because you really needed to help your family and your mother and 4 of your brothers. So really, you said that you really needed to find a way to make some money and to really take care of yourself also. And when did you start this first ventures of yours? You said around 18 years old or something like this.
No, actually, like when I was like 18 to 22, then I was like in construction business. I tried this area, like, since, you know, I felt like this all my brothers are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I decided to copy that. So felt like comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I guess like when I was like 24 years old, then I started with like the first ventures and like started to date and flirt different you know, ideas and etc.
Mm-hmm. So what about college? Have you went to some college, so to some university, or did you skip this part? And tell me something about it. Do you think it is important for some kind of a success in life? And what is your relationship with education, with knowledge, and things like that?
Well, like after like ninth grade, I actually had no idea what I'm doing, and I did not go to any like high school or college. I went to vocational school to learn like construction finishing business or like work, and you know, that's it. But like let's say after that, all the things I've actually learned all by myself, just like with like self-discipline.
By practicing, and not by reading books and listening to podcasts and things like that. Do you read regularly? Do you how do you learn? Is it the best way for you to learn by doing, or can you tell me something more about this maybe?
Yeah, definitely. I believe like the only way you actually learn is by doing. Because like if you learn, like when I was like 23 or 24, when I took the first book, actually this Kiyosaki book, this was my first book. Before that, I was like, you know, I'm never going to read any book. So, but yeah, after that, I started reading a lot of books. I just become like more self-aware, you know, because
Uh-huh.
you know, when you read some books, you actually become aware of like, you know, different things. But when you want to really learn, then you know, have to really execute and learn on the go. And of course, like it means like when you're doing things, for example, and then you don't know, you just simply use the Google today. It's like because Google actually has everything. Is like, and that's how you actually learn. You just like implement right away. But this is not like a reading book. You're actually learning on the go.
Yeah. Recently, I saw a picture. So it is a pyramid, and it says on the top of it says the caption, retention of knowledge. So do you know what is retention? How long can you keep the knowledge the information that you got? So it says lectures, videos or things like that. So they have 10 to 20% of retention of knowledge, and around 50% is something like we are doing right now. So it is a discussion. So we are discussing about something, we are thinking about it, pondering, and we are exchanging ideas, exchanging knowledge, experiences, and things like that. So the retention of the knowledge right now is around 50%, and 75% of retention of knowledge is the thing that you said right now. So it is practicing, it is learning by doing. It is learning by doing, and 90% or 95% of the retention is when you teach someone the things that you did, that you know. So teaching is is the ultimate goal. So when we finish our careers, we're going to be mentors for the young people and the kids like we are right now, maybe.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
it is a fun fact.
actually catch this part really well. It's like you know, you definitely know Gary Vaynerchuk. Like,
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
I do.
So, so you know, I almost like imagine like you know, or let's say been thinking of like what this person like is mentioned like he doesn't read any books at all. Like,
Yeah.
of course, has read like maybe 4 books or etc. And you know, I realized that okay, this person like of course today he has like massive network and you know all the different people who have were in like certain like circle today, and that you know gives him like a definitely like some kind of insights and access to the information and but definitely as you can see also like is all the charm taking conversations with like different people, and that's how he I'm probably pretty sure that's how he actually learns quite fast. And of course like now is what he's doing, or for like years he has been giving back to the people by making videos and actually also like teaching and giving his mindset to the people. Yeah,
Yeah.
so those sense.
Yeah, I do know who Gary V is. He's a planetary popular person. I really love to watch his videos. I really love to watch his conferences also, because I think that he really understands the culture. He really understands the people, and what he wants to do all the time. He wants to feel the pulse of the culture. He wants to feel the pulse of the people and see where the civilization, where his country or where the people are on the global scale are moving, in which direction, and he wants to meet them there. So he is a really interesting person, and a really brilliant guy. Yeah, I learned a lot about him, and also I'm interested in this arena of marketing, digital marketing, media, and this is why I started to do something like this. I want to share my ideas. I want to hear ideas from other people that are thinking about the same things as I am, similar things. I want to learn from them, and I want to put that in the world, and I just want other people to be catched by our ideas, our energies, and things like that, and change the paradigms. So the mental softwares that we have on a bigger scale, and internet is really helping us do something like that. Yeah. So
Definitely. When it comes to like mindset, I also like believe this is like one of like key elements. Like it's you know, as you know, even Tony Robbins says like 80% of the is like a psychology.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So and then definitely that's the case. Actually, like when you're like building something or like creating something new, or you're entrepreneur, or like doing some things which are like uncomfortable, then definitely there is going to be like a roller coaster in your life.
Yep.
And that's the only thing that actually helps you the most is the mindset. And yeah, if you have like a strong mindset, then definitely you will, you know, do more things.
Yeah, I agree with you. So what developed your mindset till this point? What do you think? What circumstances? What events have developed your mindset till this point? Can you maybe point out something? Because right now you said something. I see that you consume content from Gary Vee. You just mentioned Tony Robbins. So I see that we are consuming content from similar people. So what I think is ideas in, ideas out. So we really need to be aware of the content we are consuming. This is why I started this conversation with three, I will say, three pillars of paradigm or mental software, or you said it, mindset. So for me, those are different terms for the same idea. And so the first one is parenting. What did you grow up around? What did you see? The ideas, the behavior, and things like that. Okay, the second one is school system. The school system also thing that conditioned you the most. And the third thing is really important is it is the media. It is the things that you consumed on a daily basis. The ideas that went in are going to go out, and they will start to become the part of you, part of your thinking patterns, and part of your behavior patterns. So are you aware of the things that you consumed? And especially on the media side right now, this is the question that I want to ask. Are you aware what are you consuming, or what were you consuming 5 or 10 years behind before, and were those things the things that made you the Rene that you are right now?
Let's say, yeah, there are like two things, like some certain like events in life, and definitely like the consumption of the content. And yeah, as I told you, like before, like all the events that actually happened in childhood, this has made me like hungry from the beginning. And
Yeah.
and, you know, I totally
And
believe
persistent and persistent.
yes, like adult is like it means like you're not like giving up on your like bigger picture, like whatever you want to achieve, or what kind of vision you have today out of yourself. You don't give up on that. But what I believe is that that's still okay if you flirt with different ideas, venture things. You know, I've tried all kinds of things, so definitely. And then you quit on them because you don't see yourself doing them like for long term. But once you like find something which you want to do long term, then definitely like you just have to put in the hours, like make some numbers, and then magic starts to happen.
Okay. Sorry.
And yes, like this is about the mindset part. Like you really like you need to be like hungry. And the second thing is definitely like when I was like you know, the first book came to me, and then I was like, I actually, since I was so freaking hungry, then I wanted to discover like, okay, what these books are all about. And of course, I do, you know, I don't know how many books I actually read. Like I would say like I shit loads of books. I consumed like a lot of different like video courses, like different things to just upgrade my mindset all the time. Like, and I was like so freaking hungry, and I was like I actually remember the days when I, you know, told myself that you know, I will not I will not give up on the consumption of the information until I have like certain mindset. And then I just like grab like everything in, like from all kinds of directions. But of course now like I would say that over like 2 to 3 let's say 2 years ago or something like that, I discovered now it's like a challenge. You actually start more learning on the go and on the execution. And then I actually eventually I started with meditation. And meditation actually helped me to tap into, you know, my inner power or something like that. I kind of like found my internal power and internal knowledge, and etc. when I started to ask questions from myself. And that was so sick. And that was the point where I actually also decided to read less books. Maybe now I'm reading some books, for example. It's just would help me to become more aware. Like that's cool. But otherwise, I like 80% of the time I try to execute.
Yeah, this is a great ratio. This is something that I've been thinking also lately. I've been in the past 5 or 6, 7, 8 years. I've been the balance was different. So the 80% of the time I was consuming, reading, watching, and doing things like this, and 20% of the time I was executing and taking action. So this is something that I want to reverse right now. I want to have 80% of action, implementation, learning by doing the things that I said earlier, and 20% of the time I want to consume. And what is really important, the thing that you consume, you consume little, but you try to implement it right away. You want to see how it feels in practice. So this is very, very important. Yeah. So will you say for yourself that that you have had this problem before, that you are consuming all the time and just postponing and only thinking about it, pondering and not doing? Or do you think for yourself that you are a natural action taker, that you really enjoy the act of doing and experimenting with something?
Yeah, definitely. I was like consuming like a lot of information, but of course at the same time, I was always like trying and doing things, because definitely I'm like natural like action taker, as you said, like because like right away if I like discover something new, I was like, okay, now how can I do something with it, like, and that feels like more exciting part of the game.
It is interesting for me, if you watch Gary Vee, and you do, he is constantly trying. So every piece of content that he is producing, he's trying to tell people to take action. 99.9% of his content is go, do, stop consuming, stop pondering, stop thinking, stop discussing, just go out and do it. And what is really interesting, he gives people a lot of great and deep insights, great information. And he said also that he can give to all the people all of his secrets to success, because he's not scared, because nobody's going to do anything about this piece of information. And this is really true. I don't know. So what do you think? I've been thinking about this recently. It is really easy to think, to ponder, to consume and things like that, but which is really a struggle for me even. And I've been in this niche, and I've been I don't know, learning about it for years right now. It is freaking hard to change human behavior. It is freaking hard. So how do you do it in your life? So you have, I don't know, you have an idea, you are physically inactive right now, and you have an idea, you want to go to the gym, or you want to implement some other routine to your daily life. How do you go about it? How do you put it from thought into motion, into action that becomes a habit one day? How do you do it? How do you change your behavior?
Well, I think one thing is that is you just gotta make a decision in your head. Like if, for example, let's say some people want to like quit smoking. Also like had the problem with that habit, and
you had a problem with this habit.
Yeah, with smoking also.
Okay.
Like, because some parents, like, they were like, so let's say the pressure was like quite good, and so and that was like the only way I was like feeling like, and crying and doing all kinds of things, and then I felt like, I need a break, and that was like only one break. But of course, and that's what I want to share, is that it's even so easy to like just quit smoking like from day one. Is like you actually have to. Okay, it might take you time to make that decision, but once you make a decision, like enough I'm not doing, and of course, like then then next day you might feel like this is something you actually wanted to can continue doing that bad habit, but just embrace and hug that uncomfortable feeling, and because you have made the decision. But if you say to yourself like tomorrow I'm going to try, for example, start a podcast, let's say, and then that that's not a strong decision. That's not a strong commitment mentally, and that helps your mind to play around and trick you. So, and tomorrow comes, and since you didn't make a commitment that I'm going to do it, and like mentally, then it will be postponed. And that's the same with the gym. Like, for example, if you want to go to gym, okay, it might take maybe 7 days, or like, let's say 14 days to actually prepare mentally to make that decision. But once you make the decision, then that's it, because you have made a demand for yourself and the universe that you're now going to the gym, and that's the place you just go.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you 100%. Do you know who is Bob Proctor?
Yeah, totally. I also like spoken a little bit with him.
Yeah, you spoke with him.
Well, yeah, it's like we had, I wanted to have some collaboration with one project with him. So, yeah.
Really? With Bob Proctor? Cool. I've been to his conference a few years few years ago. So I'm living in Zagreb right now, in Croatia. Do you know where is Zagreb?
Zagreb.
Zagreb.
Zagreb. From I know somewhere it is, but exactly.
You know where is Croatia?
Croatia. Well, it's in Europe.
Have you watched the World Cup this year?
No, I didn't have time.
So the Croatia was the runner-up. So we were in the finals of the World Cup, which is a really big deal on the football scene. And the 3 billion people watched the finals, and it's a big deal. So what I wanted to say is I was at the conference that Bob Proctor had in Belgrade. So Belgrade is a capital of Serbia. Serbia is a country just near Croatia. So, and I've been there, and I don't know, I think 7 or 8 hours was the length of the conference. And the punchline, just like Gary Vee says, the punchline of the conference was only 2 things: decision and fate. So you gotta make a decision. Where are you going? And you gotta have a faith that you're going to come there. And this is it. So he really made it simple. And if you think about it, he is true. You just said you need to prepare mentally to take a decision to go in that direction that you envisioned in your head. So this is it.
Yeah. I actually totally feel that it actually happened to me in August this year also. Because this year also started with this Reply influencer marketing platform, and at the same time in July, I decided to bootstrap the company, which means I started to also offer like influencer marketing services, like helping brands to do campaigns with the influencers and etc., and manage the influencers and so on. And since I made this decision in July, so and at the same time I cut all the projects from my life, which I was like working on, so I can start fully working with this venture like in August. And in July I actually worked every evening and all the weekends and etc. And I already had some connections with some B2B companies who wanted to do something. And in August, it actually got exciting because this was the point where I didn't get any business revenue from anywhere. And then I started to feel like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then only thing which I did was like, okay, Rene, it's like you just gotta just gotta believe in yourself. You have made a decision that you're going to crush it, and you feel that that's something you want to do long term. And that's what you have been looking for like years. and then I just started to make numbers. And and then I got like one project, and then this postponed to the next month. Then I was like, I wanted to already give up, like, okay, maybe this month I won't get anything. But then I decided, okay, now I'm going to make even more numbers. So I made more numbers, and I got another client from US. So basically imagine I'm living in Tallin, and I got the first big client from the United States. Basically having no big references or etc. So I basically just went with a self-belief and just trusted myself and trusted the universe and just made numbers. And that's how I got the first project. And this project also, since we had like miscommunications, and it was the first project with a US client. So then this it didn't work out so well, but they really liked what I'm doing, so they pitched me another project like a week after that. Then I realized, oh shit, the things are just coming, and then at the same month came another really big client, which now let's say is providing a quite a decent business revenue this month, which I'm really happy about. So and it all happened because I just trusted myself and I had belief, and that made me to go and make more numbers.
So can you tell me what is your main focus right now? What is the priority in your everyday life, in your days? Is it info reply? Is some other business, some other project? Can you talk a little bit about this? Is it your focus, the info reply?
Yeah, definitely. Like info reply is my only focus, right? Let's say it's the biggest focus ever. Like the e-commerce which I'm building right now. This is let's say like a side hustle, because I feel like I'm also like quite artistic entrepreneur, and which means I just come with ideas. And why I actually wanted to also launch this e-commerce is because I wanted to have like a personal case study, what is possible to launch to influencers. So it's kind of like aligned with the info reply, and yeah, yeah.
Can you tell me more about info reply? When did you started it? What is the vision behind it? What kind of a business model is the model that is dominant, and things like that?
Yeah, actually, this idea got me like last year, let's say in November, like 2017. And while I was working with one meditation app and helping them do, to market them through like affiliates, to connect them with influencers. And then I kind of like realized like how much time it actually takes to connect with the social media influencers, like, from the random, sizes of influencers, from micro influencers to macro influencers, whatever. And just understood, okay, since more companies today are like implementing influencer marketing like all the freaking time, and it grows within years, it doubles up almost with every year. So yeah, basically, and then I wanted to make something which like more efficient, like connecting with influencers, like because like let's say if you today want to work with some social influencers, you have to make a list of like 100 influencers, and maybe you will get replies from 20 influencers. But all the time you spent on analyzing and making a list like of 100 influencers, that goes to waste, because you only get maybe few, and then you have start negotiating prices and etc and etc. But instead of that, I wanted to make something which is which gives brand that they actually get replies within 3 days. So imagine now, if you're a brand and you want to work with 20 influencers, you just send out them paid messages, and within 3 days you will get guaranteed replies. Like
so in 3 days I will get what?
In 3 days you will get guaranteed replies. Like they will reply within 3 days. So I'm actually building an influencer marketing platform where influencers reply within 3 days, and companies can even grow their company without the marketing budget. This is like another feature.
How can they do something like that without the budget?
Yeah, so the first thing was to make a communication like a little bit faster with influencers. And what I was actually I was thinking of launching only this feature, like just like feature that connects with influencers like within 3 days. But I don't like, maybe it's not providing enough value. So I keep on working in that space. I interviewed like 60 plus different platforms or 40 plus different platforms. So I just wanted to be sure like what's happening there. And then And then I also started to think like, okay, so there's like a lot of small and medium companies out there who don't have like a lot of marketing budgets. So how can they market to influencers and you know, go to millions? Because there's like so many different stories, like how, for example, Hi Did Smile started. Those guys started with $20,000, and
Hi,
you know,
Smile.
like Hi Smile Deeds. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard about them. Yeah.
Yeah, so they started with $20,000, and then they used this strategy that that they connected with all the friends surrounding Kylie Jenner, and eventually Kylie Jenner picked up this product, and it became massive success. But and also, you know, so it came up something like this: that what about if companies, like small and medium companies, they actually start to give equity to influencers. So imagine like today you are giving um, investors like equity if you want to get some money, and then you have some money, and then you can market or do whatever you want with your company. But for example, I've already heard like there's so many different things that stories that how companies are actually giving equities to influencers. So they influencers would work for them for some X period of time, and then the brand actually generates quite decent business revenue. So you don't have to pay anything. But now what I'm planning to do is like implement company valuation tokens to the platform, which means, let's say if you're a brand, you signed a contract with the platform, you put down like 5% of the equity, for example. You don't have to really give it away forever, but you put down like 5% of the equity, and then you make a campaign, and you distribute, for example, 10,000 tokens. And 10,000 tokens means like 5% of the equity. So, and on the platform, you actually start to make agreements with influencers. Like you select 20 like influencers or 10 big ones, and you give away like 10,000 tokens to them. And you just make agreements. They work for you like 3 to 6 months, and they will launch your company, let's say millions. And then after that, like some period of time, they are able to sell back those tokens to you. And they also feel that they are part of the brand, because if the brand valuation and company valuation raises, then their tokens actually increase in value, and they will sell it back to you like afterwards. So yeah, at first when you're starting, you actually don't need to have like marketing budget.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So when did this idea popped into your mind? How did it popped into your mind? So are you using social media platforms for a long time? Have you seen the dynamics behind it? Where did you learn that influencers are really one of the biggest leverages right now in the marketing space, in the digital marketing space? And are you going to use it maybe to build the awareness of the brand of Info Reply also by
Yeah, definitely.
using your own platform?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I have some ideas of what I'm planning to do once I get into the certain stage. Because right now, really, I want to focus on the business revenue, because the tech development actually takes a lot more time. So, like, also I've learned from the best startups that you need to think of how you can generate like business revenue from day one, or as soon as possible, because this is your oxygen. Um, and that's why I started to like offer services, and services actually help us to build up the team and start building more of that platform. But of course, we start to implement or let's say start getting like investors like next month. But anyways, it actually came with the same thing. Also, I was working in that space. Let's say unprofessional. I've been learning like digital marketing and internet marketing. Maybe now it's called better to call digital marketing. Like I've been learning also that as a side from like at least like 5 years or something like that. But I haven't done with all those, with this information, something massive or something big. So. And like more than a year ago, so of course, like, or like, let's say almost 2 years ago, I started also like listening to Gary Vee, and and that's also where the shit happened, is that I started to listen like his mindset and etc and etc, and eventually since this meditation app project came to me and they wanted to work with influencers, then I started to dig deeper into that space, because it felt like really interesting for me. And yeah, and that's how the first feature game, like getting a faster communication. And since also this meditation app was like startup, and they didn't have like a massive like marketing budget. So, and one day I felt the same thing, like, oh my freaking god, like what would happen if that kind of feature would be out there, and they would just make a contract with this platform, and they can just push their meditation app out to the influencers without marketing budget. And this came with the same thing, that you actually feel that there is a strong need.
So is your platform right now up and running, or are you're still honing it, creating it? Do you have any employees, or you are still by yourself? On which stage is this startup right now?
Yes, actually, I started like really executing this idea in May 2018. So before that, I was like, let's say I was doing like a lot of research, and still like was messing with different things, and but all the time I felt like actually this is infinite reply. This is something that I need to work on, But then I knew that fuck, it's going to be another long journey. Tech startup is not going to be easy way, but yeah, eventually, since my heart told that just you have to do it, then I just went for it. And of course, in the first month, I already got like a deck founder in May, like actually multiple deck people that wanted to join the team, and one angel investor wanted to invest as like a deck partner. So they wanted to develop the full platform like within 4 to 5 months. But for certain reasons, I decided to pass this opportunity, although it could be like a faster way. And then Raleigh had to choose like what kind of a deck founder, or where I'm going to get the deck founder. And then let's say 2 months there was like all kinds of like play arounds with different people, and eventually in July we started to develop the MVP. So right now we have some, let's say, initial MVP ready. And this is also mainly for accelerators. One of them is Y Combinator, which is like in California, one of the, let's say, best ones out there.
Accelerator. So it is a startup accelerator. Okay.
Yeah, so then we actually try to get in there. So because we believe that gives us like a huge access to the networks, insights, and to the people. So, and also like a first investment of 120K also.
So do you have any connections with the people in the United States, in California? Do you communicate with someone on a regular basis? Do you know what is happening there? Can you get any help from them, or things like that?
Yeah, I do actually have like one person who I'm trying to remind all the time, like his partner of my combinator. And I'm trying to remind, like, hey, so when you're going to take a review, when you're going to review the applications, and then the last date was like September, like middle of September. So so I guess like within 1 week I get to know like if we get into the Y Combinator.
Okay. So you said right now you don't have employees. You found a co-founder, or did I get it?
Yeah. I do have like a co-founder, deck founder, and of course right now we already have like some.
So it is three of you right now.
Two of us.
Two of you. Co-founder. Yeah. Okay. Co-founder. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, and of course, like next month, I want to really get an employee, first employee also, because I need someone to manage the campaigns. so I can either work with a business or bringing the new clients and etc.
So is this started making some money, or you are still on the beginning phase?
Yes, like since I started like offering like services, then I would say like the clients who I have right now, they're already, let's say they have plans to generate 20 to 60K profit for me, something like that.
20 to 60K profit for this year.
Yeah, I think within a couple of months. Yeah.
Cool, nice. It's not bad. It's not bad.
But yeah, of course, I'm trying to like the next and get like 10 such companies. But I need to get free from doing the daily project work. So that's why.
So what kind of a service are you offering right now if the platform is not set yet?
Yeah, I'm offering like I'm managing like influencers, like helping them to run influencer marketing campaigns. So, and there's like just an agency fee which I'm charging, and that's it.
Okay. So I'm also interested because what is your thought on it? I see that you do these vlogs very often, and do you wanna simultaneously as you grow your brand, your company brand, do you want to grow your personal brand also? Is this something that is inside of your strategy? Are you thinking about it, doing it spontaneously, or are you doing it on purpose?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to do both. And it's just like a matter of like priorities. Like if right now working with clients brings me enough oxygen so I can free up my time by leveraging time through people and hire people, then eventually yes, I will start to contribute more to the vlog and make it let's say more sexier. And let's say put more effort in it and make it more quality and etc. As
So it is really important for you to also grow your personal brand alongside the company brand, this company, and maybe some other companies in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have maybe in mind some other format other than vlogs right now? Some other format of content that you want to do maybe in the near future?
Yes, like definitely right now it's like let's say 90% of my time goes into the info reply, and of course a little bit of time I have to live and take care of myself. So but yeah, like I'm definitely planning to use like a YouTube and also like start to produce like audio experience in definitely like Instagram, like start making more posts on there. And also let's say the Instagram is the place where I've made the most posts actually.
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah. So, but of course lately I haven't had really time to do anything there. But yeah, I guess like by end of the year, there's like more charm for me to start focusing on my personal brand in next year.
Okay.
But that, of course, at the same time, let's say I'm still doing as at least something. So there's like some consistent action. For example, vlog once a week, and then maybe like a few posts like per month on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah, you want to have some kind of a content strategy. So you want to have a plan how to do it and how often to do it and things like that. Yeah. Cool. So can you tell me then a little bit about how does your day then look? when do you wake up? You say that you also you are going to the gym. That being healthy, being physical is also the thing that is important to you. You have a startup. You have a side hustle. You said you have an e-commerce side hustle. I don't know. Maybe you are hanging out with some people. You are going to few drinks now and there. So when do you go to sleep? When are you waking up? When are you working out? When are you working? So I don't know if you maybe know who Tom Billu is. Tom Billu.
Yeah, I know.
Tom Billu. Yeah. Impact theory.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I really like his saying. He says, when I wake up, I either work out or I work. So only those two things.
Yeah.
So when do you go to sleep? When do you go to sleep? Is sleep something that is important to you, your health, and when do you work out, and when do you do when are you active on the info reply and things like that? I really think that if you see the activity of the person, you will really see where their focus is, what is important to them. We may think in our heads that something is important, but only our behavior and our actions are going to really show what is important to us and what is a priority in our life. So.
Totally. Well, let's say definitely like sleep is like very important for me, and especially I've tried like all kinds of like different sleep routines. For example, going to sleep like 11 p.m. and waking up like 6 p.m. This didn't kind of like work out for me. And now I'm just like going with it like a feeling. Most likely I'm going to sleep like 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. Oh, sorry, like 1 a.m. Like midnight, something like that. And yeah, just wake up like 8 o'clock or something like that. Usually like like every day. Try to have this kind of like routine. And yeah, like as soon as I wake up, I just I just I either like do few things and then I start working with the info reply like straight away, and also I have minimize the time I'm spending on making food, but at the same time I'm still like trying to keep myself healthy, and that's why I'm actually using Huel, which is like nutritionally complete food or meal. And just like shake it, and it doesn't feel like a protein powder, but just shake it with water and then you just drink it, and that's one meal, and that only takes maybe a minute or something like that, and then you can start working again.
So your idea is after you wake up, as soon as you wake up, you go and try to start doing something on info reply.
Yeah. Since I'm like mostly working with home, working at home. Of course, like one project right now requires me to go to the office also, do their office. But yeah, like I just wake up and start doing the work from the bed.
You start reading emails as soon as you open your eyes.
Yeah, so basically something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And yes, like of course, like past 2 weeks I had like literally had no time to go to gym also, because I usually go to gym like 3 to 4 times a week, and spending there like 45 to 60 minutes. But past weeks I didn't have time, because I had like so many different projects at once. And I was like doing, I think, if I would be like a normal person, I would do the work of like 45 different people. So and then I just like on work days or during the days, like also like keep on drinking this Huel and just trying until the like 11 p.m. And
so what's the name of this drink? I didn't hear it.
It's a Huel, like
fuel.
Yeah, like
fuel.
Fuel,
Okay.
Fuel with H. So and I'm like drinking that like 3 times a day, and of course like maybe taking some snacks or maybe eating something else like fruits and etc. And that's enough for me. And yeah, but other than that, it's like a pure grind. And of course, what really helps me is that since I'm not spending so much time to go in like different events, and sometimes I do go, but maybe like twice a month or something like that. But since I don't have so much time, do you also like communicate with friends and etc.? I have like certain priorities right now in my life, and that's totally for me also. That's okay if like friends, they have their own priorities. So I don't have any judgments, but I would say that what really helps me also is that I'm speaking with one friend like over the phone, like charm to charm, like we're having like one-on-one conversations, like 1 hour conversations, something like that. Sometimes it even goes 2 hours. So because during the conversations we brainstorm so much, and it's actually at the same stage, like or similar states as I am with the businesses and or with the business and. So therefore we kind of like learn all the time and like and then we kind of like help each other to crack through, and because if you only like cry and you just might get stuck, because you just like maybe focus on too much on something that, and you forget to look at other things what are around you, for example.
Yeah. Sometimes you really need to stop also doing and see around you around yourself what is happening, and take a little bit time off to see if you are going in the right direction. I said that you need to get your head out of the out of the sand, like this bird. It sticks the head in the sand and doesn't see anything. So you need to pop it out and really go stand tall and see what's happening around you, if you want to go in the right direction. So it is really important. So I see that you wanted to say something. Yeah, you go.
Yeah, it's like yeah, totally agree with this, that sometimes just like when you just take charm off like a little bit, this helps a lot. And also what happens is like I think like 2 months ago or something like that is was this that I met some people, like I just had the demand that I want to meet some certain people with some certain mindset.
Okay.
And then I met some people, and let's say they're dealing with some sessions like access parts, and they're doing something with your head, like they're touching like 32 points in your head, and this will help you to release all the past judgments, beliefs and etc. And it kind of like also removes the anxiety and stress and etc. So I was also like curious, like, okay, I'm going to do that session. There was an opportunity to do that, so I went there, did it, and on the first day, of course, I felt like my head got lighter,
Yeah.
and and yes, like, and that's why it's also believe that you have to be like curious all the time. Like curiosity helps you to find all kinds of different things. What else might be out there? Like what else might work better today, or what else is possible? And since that made me so light, then like let's say the whole month now, or the period after this session, I've been like feeling the grind is also so easy and light. So I never had this kind of feeling before. It was just in my head. Sometimes it just felt like it's so freaking hard, and maybe sometimes it hits you that you feel that you're alone, or you don't speak with people so much because you're just grinding all the time, and that's so freaking hard. But I don't know. Right now, it's like I know. Right now, it's all the same pressures. I mean, same pressures and all the things happening right now. But I feel light all the time. And, and that.
I got you 100%. Yeah, man, I got you. You became more resilient than before. It doesn't get to you like it used to do before. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting.
So yeah, taking care of like mental health, and that's why like mindset, I believe this is one of the things you need to take care of, like all the freaking time.
Yeah. So I see that you are juggling with a lot of balls right now. So you have few projects, and I don't know, what do you think? Is it effective for you to do something like this in the long term, or maybe is it more effective for you to focus only on one project and try to prioritize it and prioritize the tasks also inside of this venture, inside of this project, so you can move really quickly, because as you know, business loves speed. Yeah. And when you focus, you have speed, you are more productive. It's
yeah,
like that?
yeah. I totally agree. Like, if possible, then definitely like focus only like on one project. Like, like what I mean by possible is that you don't just start something else. But also there's like let's say there's I believe that both approaches actually work. There's no right or wrong. And what I also feel is that let's say if I had like a lot of different projects coming in to the info reply with different brands, so then I got like wholly like full with info reply. I had no time to think about anything else. Like, almost had no time to even do a reload. But you know, somehow I just did it, like, and just put it out and just went on working. And that's the point where you actually decide is that it's a matter of the priorities. Like, if you feel that's like, for example, if you're juggling with different businesses, like of course you have to like consider like what actions are like more beneficial for you right now, and what you know, things need more like attention right now. And then you know, just put as much attention as needed to that business, and then you just accept that let's say, for example, the other business or side hustle, whatever you have, that this is going to, you know, stay quiet, you know, for some period of time. And that's totally fine. It doesn't have to mean that you have to quit on that, but you just you have to understand that it's not moving that with that speed that you're hoping, but because you're working with the other project. But as soon as I feel like, as I told you, that if I feel that I'm going to get some employees and I'm going to get more projects in, I have like more free time to do stuff, then definitely I want, you know, I'll start working with the other project. So the first business will start, let's say, start supporting the second, you know, venture. As you know, like, for example, Elon Musk, for example, is okay. Maybe it is so crazy, but maybe you don't want to be that crazy.
Yeah.
And
let me ask you, if have you ever been a part of the mastermind group, maybe? Do you know the concept behind the mastermind groups?
Yeah, I mean, you mean like some specific like mastermind groups?
Yeah. So 4 or 5 months ago, I started my mastermind group. So I get around myself people. Right now, there are 18 of us. And all those people have different backgrounds, different experiences, different expertise, different skill sets, and things like that. So we are meeting regularly every Thursday at 7 p.m. in the same location. And usually not all of 18 people that are in this. So I named it LOOD Mastermind. And we have a Facebook group, and we are meeting regularly every Thursday, and we are texting each other and communicating there in this Facebook group. And not all of 20 of us come to the meetings every Thursday, but every Thursday there is around 6 or 7 people, and we are trying to be committed to it and to meet regularly, which is really interesting. Is if you have some kind of a venture, some kind of an idea that you want to realize, like something that you are doing right now, or something that I'm doing right now with this podcast and with this story of LOOD in the future and things like that. So it is really helpful when you put your idea outside of yourself, when you communicate it, and when other people hear it. So you put it out of yourself subjectively, and it goes up. It goes to them, to their heads, and they can give a feedback to me everyone from their standpoint, from their perspective, from their perception view. So if you need someone that is a lawyer, I have a lawyer in the mastermind group. If you need someone that is in the marketing space, I have someone that is in the marketing space, and things like that. So it is really interesting concept, and it gives you fuel, it gives you power to move forward quickly. So this is something that is one of my focuses right now, and you get emotional support, mental support from them. Also, you get expertise from them. So it is really helpful. So we are the thing that we are doing right now. We met each other, and every one of us said what is their goal. So they said their vision, their goal, and we gave them feedback. And right now every time that we meet, we are talking about where is someone on their journey, on which stage right now, and we are trying to help this person. So we are brainstorming, and we are trying to help this person to make another next step. So have you heard about something about this? Do you think that maybe it will benefit you if you do something like this, and so things so on?
Yeah, I definitely believe that's beneficial to people. And actually, quite recently, I joined also like one mastermind group in Estonia, which is called like what was it, like the power of being you. And also in July, I joined for a moment. I joined this 10x accelerator. Then next accelerator is actually like where there are like entrepreneurs who are making today mostly are making like 6 to 8 figures, like, and and there's like a huge channel, and of course it's a paid one. And but like once I joined there, then instantly I got like 3 connections, which already helped me a lot. And of course I feel like if I have stayed longer there, then I would have like a lot more things going on. But of course, I just didn't have time in August, or to even be there because I was like really like making numbers from morning to evening, because all of us seeing the numbers I have to make. But of course, I definitely next year I want to join again this accelerator.
Yeah.
And yeah, I believe that your idea, which you just pitched to me, like what this mastermind group, what this is all about, I think that's freaking awesome.
Yep, I really advise you, if you have time, if you can do it, to really do it. It's really helpful, because you're not just getting professional help, you're getting also emotional and mental support from this group, because right now we are becoming friends, we are becoming really up for each other, we are rooting for each other. So you have this sense of responsibility to them to do what you said that you're going to do.
Totally.
And the next week, the next Thursday comes really fast, man. You said that you're going to do something, and then tomorrow is Thursday, and at 7 p.m. we have a meeting, and then you don't have too much opportunity to lie and to go something under the rug. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's quite similar to what I'm doing with this great friend. We're having like phone conversations, and we actually talk about where we are today, and and we do like a weekly or something like that. But I imagine like having like more people like doing, and maybe in live, getting together, it would be like
really... It is great, because when you connect 5 or 6 minds, you got another new mastermind, a big on a freaking superpower mind. Yeah, so it is really beneficial for me.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. I think I'm going to do this.
It's cool concept. Yeah, if you need any help, I'm doing it for 5 months already. If you need any help of how to structure it, how to go with this meetings, and how to find people, yeah, feel free to ask me, and we can talk about it. Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Also, maybe I don't know. For the last year, I've been also having regular meetings with a coach. So I have a business coach also, and this is something that I really wanted to implement in my life. So the first one is a mastermind group. The second one is a coach. So right now I decided and I talked to my coach that we are going to see each other once a month. So we are going to have 12 meetings in a year. And it is something that is really beneficial for me also, because you know we usually we read books and we watch videos, and all those people they are communicating to some kind of avatars that they're having inside of their heads. So they are communicating with millions of people, and maybe they know that you are the one that you want to be an entrepreneur, and they are talking to the people that wants to be an entrepreneurs, but they don't know you specifically. They don't know your uniqueness. What is the story behind you? Where are you right now in your life? So I think that coaches are really beneficial, because you make a connection with them. They meet you. They really know you really deeply, and they understand you, and they are really crafty with their coaching expertise. So when they are listening to you, they are seeing some patterns, and they can break those patterns, and they can move you on the new level. They can move you on that next step that you wanted to do, and you really didn't know how to pull that from yourself. So also, if you have time, if you think that it could be beneficial, also a coach. You know, all the greats in sports have coaches. So even Michael Jordan in NBA in basketball had his coach, because coach is a person that is outside of you, and that can motivate you, that can make you perform, that can make you become more productive. And so it is really beneficial. So for me, mastermind group, coach, and one more thing that I want to do in the near future is I want to find a mentor. And a mentor is the person that is right there where you want to be one day. So he is already there. And this is something that I want to find also in the near future.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what kind of mentor you're already seeing? Like, do you have any any prospects already?
Yeah, I do. So to put it like this, so I wanna be an entrepreneur also, like you. Right now I'm a full-time employee, and I have this side hustle, and I wanna create a company and brand around this LOOD concept that I'm trying to do right now. And I want it to be educational and media company. I don't know if you heard about the company named called Mind Belly.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And they had a fest in your town recently, in Tallin.
Yeah.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah, definitely. I also like we had some touching points with Vision when we wanted to connect with some partners with this meditation app. So we had some discussion with Vision.
Yeah,
also.
Cool. So just the thing that I wanted to say to you, mentor is, so if you want to be an entrepreneur, you can have a lot of mentors, a lot of people that are entrepreneurs, and that they are there where you wanna be someday. So they can help you really to break this learning curve, so you can go faster to the point that you want to go. So, but even more specifically, actually, for me right now, the best mentor would be really Vision, the person that you mentioned earlier, because I want to build a company similar to Mind Valley. So the best mentor for me would be someone like him, and not some general entrepreneur, because all around us, you have millions of entrepreneurs, and all of them are in other niches. So you have some base points of entrepreneurship or business running that are similar to all of those entrepreneurs. But if you want to build something that is specific, that is in the niche, this niche. So if I talk about education niche, and I want to educate people, I wanna work on their personal development and professional development. So I want to talk about their minds and how they can improve themselves. How can they grow as a human being? So then the best mentor for me would be someone like Vision. Yeah. So do you have maybe some person in your life right now that you consider a mentor, or do you have some kind of a prospects maybe right now?
Yeah, actually, I think one of the biggest ones right now is like definitely Gary Vee. You know, is like is you know like before that there was Tony Robbins, and that's actually quite funny. Is that like if you select like certain people, you know, as like for example as mentors, of course like you know you should have always like a picture that. That you're the like sickest person ever, or like you should have like an idol as yourself, like in front of you. But you know, as a side, there can be like mentors, and once you start like consuming information from one person, then you kind of start to see that you actually are moving to that direction. Like for example, when I was like listening a lot of Tony Robbins stuff and etc., also had a startup idea which I wanted to build like AI life coaching chatbot. I went through like different life coaching courses and all kinds of things so I can understand what's going on there. But eventually, when I started to consume like Gary Vee and started to meditate, then I found there's something else out for me. I just didn't felt like this category is like for me, even though I totally respect to Tony Robbins and what he does and all the value he provides. But it's just I didn't felt like this is something I want to do long term, even though I was flirting with this category, a lot and daily.
Yeah.
But eventually, I decided to marry with with the marketing side more.
Yeah. So man, I can talk with you for hours. I don't know. I don't know if you.
Yeah, same.
You,
Same.
huh?
Yeah, the same here.
The same thing. So the thing that I wanna say right now also is, a lot of people that we are, which content we are consuming right now. Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Tom Bilyeu. I don't know. I can name them 100 right now. All of these people, they are on the top of the mountain, and they are inviting people as their guests that are also on the top of the mountain. But what I think is that people also need someone who is on the base of the mountain, who is climbing up right now. I think that people can. I don't see you anymore. I don't know what's happening. Okay, it's okay right now.
It seems like my battery is dying soon.
I think that young people can really benefit from someone like me and you, because we are climbing right now on this mountain. We are still on the base of the mountain, and I think that they can relate maybe better with us than with those people that are on the top.
Yeah, and the reason is that it's more achievable. Like it's achievable faster, and and yes, like and definitely with us it's the same thing. We should have maybe we have like bigger mentors, but definitely we have some people we also like see like during the journey, or like eventually if you get to some stage, then definitely you only like see that, okay, now I'm going to be on that level. Something like that. Yeah, definitely.